Hello everyone, and welcome to my Pursuit Level 1 fight against Arch Tempered Kulve Taroth. We finally got her, guys. We finally got her. She is difficult at Pursuit 1. If you don't know what a Pursuit Level 1 run is, normally in the Kulve Taroth fight, you would progress the Pursuit level to maybe 3, maybe 4, 5, 6, and then you would go for the horn break on your next run. Well, we just started at Pursuit 1 and then broke the horns right from there. And it just takes so much damage, and everything kind of has to go right. You can't die too much. I don't know. Actually, we did have somebody die, and it in the end we still managed to win. I suppose it just comes down to pumping out the damage. You gotta have a lot of damage, and that means you gotta have a lot of barrel bombs. You can already see us lining up the barrel bombs all over the place, and now she's down. So what does that mean? More barrel bombs. Yeah, loving the barrel bombs. Oh. All that damage. Jesus. You know, doing this, you actually learn to shoot your teammates' barrel bombs more carefully. You don't want to set him off before he gets down the second one, right? Little things you learn when you're using 500,000 barrel bombs. I don't know if I have any left. I need Devil's Blight. Send help. I'll probably be farming a few of those pretty soon. There we go. Little bits of her breaking. What we liked to do is we focused on the left arm, which you can see on my right, and then we would move on to the right arm, which would be my left. And here she is, speeding up like a jerk. I guess we did enough damage that she wants to go fast. Oh, Kulve. So the people in the run, we have, is it Cold Penguin? That would be Pengy. And then Nero is Gangplank. And then Orozio, I don't remember his name in the Discord. So he should, if he's watching this, which I presume he will, he should comment his name and I will add him to the credits. Because I can't remember it. Alright, here she is. She is knocked down by a boulder, and once again, we are just ganging up. We are bullying her with our mega barrel bombs. And one of the things we do here is we are going to grab more mega barrel bombs, not mega barrel bombs, large barrels as we go by. If you grab more large barrels, you can craft more mega barrel bombs. So you want as many as you can. See? And that way you don't really have to go back to collect more. It's kind of surprising because Capcom put them on the map to be harvested, and here we are using them. I never really expected that to happen. The large barrels were always this thing I kind of ignored. Alright, she emerged out of her little emergence hole, and one of the things we had to learn was to be careful not to blow up that wall, because you don't want to change her pattern. Actually, she's going to roar and start running off to stage 2, and it's going to screw me up here. I remember this. This was just one of the few ways we lost damage. And one of the things we tried to get done in stage 1 is we tried to do some mounting damage. Yeah, everyone tried to do a little bit of mounting damage. Okay, so Admiral's gonna do his stupid laugh in like 2 seconds. There he goes. Right, there's the Admiral laugh. And then she's going to run off to stage 2, and I got really confused here because she must have turned around, and I did not expect that. I'm like, oops. Don't want that barrel bomb. Not barrel bomb, cannon. I can't talk. I stayed up late, guys, to do this. I stayed up very late. I got that, I call it gamer brain. When you play a game too much, and then you stop playing, and you feel like you're in a haze, I call it gamer brain. Copywriting that. Alright, large barrel bomb. So in stage 2, what we try to do in stage 2, we take her to a nice dinner, we have a drink, we have a meal, we take her to a movie, you know, all the nice things you would normally do with the girl you want to take all her clothes off. Oh no, we don't. We just shoot her a bunch, because that's what you do with Kulve Taroth. You get Kulve Taroth naked by shooting her. This is such a male fantasy. Oh my god. We need to stop toxic masculinity, guys. This is toxic. Alright. That tail whip, man. Whew. She knocked you around with that. It's got that big, glorious tail. Be proud of it, Kulve. Don't let anyone judge you, Kulve. Another flip, because I'm a little flippy boy with my baby blanket on. We've broken her how do I do this? Left arm, there we go. And now we're trying to break her right arm. I know my left from my right, don't judge me. It gets hard sometimes, it gets difficult. I get confused. She's doing her belly flop there. I'm trying to imagine where her arm would be and shoot toward it. Kulve. She's not glowing red, unfortunately. I wish she was, but it's just the timing. We need to chip her horns off soon, but it would be nice if she was already glowing red when we did that. I don't think that ends up being how we do it, though. I think she turns red after the horn plating breaks off. Oof! Look at that. I'm trying to use one Wyvern Blast, and she's got to trip me. She's gonna kill me with that trip too. See, that's why I'm eating that max potion. Yeah, max potion. If she had put down lava instead, probably would have died. I'm being risky. Even the baby blanket doesn't save you from Kulve Taroth's vomit spit, right? Whatever you want to call it. Lava vomit, lava spit. The hot floor that kills you really fast. Alright, Rocksteady Mantle, because why not? And she missed. I went right under her armpit. Still shooting that right arm. It doesn't want to break. Come on. Man, all the trouble you go through sometimes. So, in stages 2 and 3, you're trying to finish all of the part breaks on her. You know, in my guide that I just released for Kulve Taroth, I say to get her to shed, you need to rotate through her whole body and break each part of her body one time. There's a reason I tell you to do that. It's because it's a very efficient way to get all of the breaks on her body, right? So let's say you focused on just one part of her body. It's conceivable that you would have a piece that is very close to breaking, but since you never focused on it, it never breaks. So you could, like right here, we're working on the right arm. Well, let's say we kind of ignored it this whole time. What would have happened is, let's say it went down to even 5% of its health, but because none of us ever focused it, it never broke. So if you're kind of a new player trying to get into Kulve Taroth, the trick is to learn that you need to rotate through each of the parts of her body. Yeah, and that's pretty much what we're doing here to get as many breaks as we can. It's just more efficient that way, especially if you're using thunder ammo. You really ought to be using thunder ammo. It's just too good. It's just too good. So we didn't get all of the part breaks that we needed in order to skip stage 3. That means we're going to have to fight her in stage 3. You're going to see us do this curious thing where we leave to go to... we're going to go back to camp, Farcaster away. Man, that pterodactyl is powerful, man. I am about the size of that pterodactyl, and it just flies me away. I don't even know what it's called, but I'm probably going to get... Somebody in the comment section is going to be like, oh, Gameconomist, don't you know the name? I don't. I don't know the name of the flying bird that carries me away. All I know is that it's too damn small to be able to carry me to the top of the map like that. I'm heavy, man. Look, I'm wearing armor. That armor's heavy, man. And that bird just flies me right up to the top, and I'm basically the size of the bird already. It's crazy. Alright, so we're all going to be using great swords. I tried a variety of different setups, and this was Pengy's recommendation that we do triple greatsword, and I was like, okay. Yeah, I just finished doing my behemoth solo a few weeks ago, so I'm a little more comfortable with this weapon than I used to be. I was like, I can do greatsword, let's do greatsword. But in some previous runs, we tried to do the heavy bowgun Dark Devourer, and it just wasn't doing it for some reason. We might have just needed a better run. I don't know. Yeah, it could just be the case that we needed a better run. One of the ways that you know your run's going pretty good is if you chip her horns, which you can see we just did that. We chipped her horns, and that means when you get down to stage 4, you have the horns already at the lowest amount of health that you're allowed to have it, coming out of stages 1, 2, and 3. And we didn't have that on most of the Dark Devourer setups that we ran. Double boulders, we didn't really intend for that. It should have been one boulder at a time, because each boulder, not only does it do damage, it gives you a stun. When you do them at the same time, you don't get the stun. So another mistake. Another mistake. Getting fairly good damage out on that greatsword. Look at that. It's that Draken armor. Whoosh. Isn't that a great feeling? That's one of the things that Capcom did really well with Monster Hunter, is just that chunky feeling when the greatsword's coming down, smacking that armor. Although, in some sense, it doesn't make sense according to the physics. You'd think it would actually cut or smash something, but it doesn't. I'm too picky about stuff like that. Smack. Ooh, look at that dodge. That was a sexy dodge. I was a little worried that that was a hot beam right there. I thought she was going to shoot me, but she's not. She's just spitting a little bit of fire, and the lava is having a fit. Speaking of lava, I can't wait for that lava sea to come out. Oh, there's the death roll. I thought that was going to kill me. If I'd been using, if I had been using a light bowgun, that would have killed me. But I'm using a greatsword, and so I get to live. That is how it works, folks. Ooh, I don't want to get too close to that. I'm kind of stuck here. Ooh, and we had a death, unfortunately. Oh yeah, so I suppose we did have 2 deaths. We have a really unfortunate death in stage 4. It wasn't really his fault. It was kind of a learning experience. What happened? I learned from it too. That's when you know that it was a learning experience. I suppose the death here might have been more his fault. Don't tell him I said that though. Dying in stage 3? I never die in stage 3. I'm too good. Thegameconomist never dies. Look at this super powerful attack. Whoa! It is nice though. That's why people like the greatsword, right? Alright, there's the shed. Very good. Get out of here. Now she's gonna spank me. Oh my god, she's crushing me with that tail. That big, beautiful, shiny tail. And she's gonna let out a glorious Kulve Taroth roar, and we're all just gonna be stunned by it, by its majesty, by how beautiful it sounds. This is perfection. Alright, now that we have stripped all of her golden clothing off, we're going to continue to beat her up while she's naked, because this is Monster Hunter. This is toxic masculinity. It needs to be stopped. So we already did a bunch of mounting damage, and that means, bam, we get the mount right away. Right away. Roar! She's going to bash into the wall. What are you even holding onto? You're like, you've got this little knife and it's doing 1 damage. It almost seems like she wouldn't even care, you know what I mean? Also, she already knows how to do a barrel roll, right? Do a barrel roll. She already knows how to do the death roll, I was calling it. Oh, here's where he dies. He's gonna get blown up. See, he was just setting down barrel bombs, and look what happened. The barrel bomb went off, and then he got knocked into a corner. And then she used her enragement, and there's just no chance for him to come back. No chance. But yeah, I was saying, she could just do her death roll, right? But she doesn't even try. A Behemoth tries, though, doesn't he? When you're mounted Behemoth, he does a roll. So there we go. Behemoth knows what he's doing. Time to get some smackdown on the horns. So we just lost one of our main damage dealers right at the beginning of the crowd control phase, so that's not good. It's actually kind of cool that we still got the horn break, and it tells me that we were doing really well. It means that if we kept practicing, we could probably get a much faster run. That's my guess. One thing to do would be to have a clearer run in stage 1, and then in stage 2, if we could just break enough of her parts, she would skip stage 3, and then in stage 4, nobody died. Simple, right? Easy. Easy, everyone. No, this was not easy. This was a lot of... the hardest part is getting 4 people together. Why is that so damn hard? People don't want to... Hey, you want to come join us? Nah. Playing by myself. Or I'm essentially playing by myself by joining a group of randoms and not using a microphone. That's how you play by yourself, but you're playing multiplayer at the same time. That's how you do it. So, mistake here. I did not realize he was putting her to sleep. He did not warn me. Maybe I should have told him to warn me. I guess we didn't discuss it too much beforehand. And what I would have preferred to have done is put down some barrel bombs while she was falling asleep. Also, there's my amazing wake-up attack. That was, for that issue, we didn't discuss... Oh, I used a Final Fantasy emote. Why is that even in my... That should not be on my radio menu. That's some leftovers from Behemoth. So, but yeah, we didn't really discuss a wake-up attack, and what I definitely did not want was for us to stand there trying to decide how to wake her up. So I mean, you might as well have just used a stone to blow up the barrel bombs. I just set it off as soon as I could. That was it. Judge me. Judge me. Judge me because I didn't use True Charge Slash. I can hear you. I can hear you judging me in the comment section right now. That's right. I'm not an expert at the Great Sword. I'm a commoner. Oh, I got missed by that tail just a little bit. Smacking her chin, cutting her leg. She is tough. Kulve don't need no man. She just got gold. So the temporal mantle is going down. I'm putting on my glider mantle. This was something we discussed. We thought it would be cool if we could get a second mount, which none of us were really sure if we could. And I actually ate Feline Rider. I ate Feline Rider before we started. I don't know how much that contributed, but I like to imagine it contributed a lot because I paid money for it. That's how it works in the real world too. When you buy a shit game, you like to think that you're actually enjoying it to justify that you spent money on it. So that's what I did with Feline Rider. So here I am, flying. I've got my glider mantle, and I'm very convinced that it's very useful. When in reality, I might have finished her at the same speed by not mounting her a second time. Smack! Oof! She got me with that horn thrash. Kulve, you gotta be nicer, Kulve. Oh, man, that big punch. Oof. And she is mounted. Okay, very good. So we did get a second mount. I got a little bit of help too. Wasn't just me. Here I am setting my barrel bombs down. Except I decided after watching Nero die the way he did, I decided I was going to get away. I was like, that's not going to happen to me. Alright, one more blow up. Naturally, I knocked away both of my teammates to establish dominance. And now we are going to break the horns, right? That's the whole point of this part. You even see Pengy there doing the jump attack with the bow. Very sexy. Look at that. No wonder the horns broke. He's doing some Matrix stuff. Doing some flips. Some flips and some tricks. Now, the question is, should I allow you guys to watch me carve the horns, or should I just skip that? Decisions. Some people actually get mad if you don't show yourself carving the horns. I'm going to go ahead and skip it. So I skipped carving the horns. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the rewards instead. The rewards were crap like they normally are. And finally, I'm going to show you the builds that we were using. Alright, I'm going to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
Really, boys? Trying to get a look at my little butt?